Hi everyone, in this video we will discuss how we can insert and delete nodes in a singly linked list. In my previous video I introduced what is a linked list. So as we saw that a linked list is a linear data structure which consists of nodes where each node contains a data field and a link to the next node in the list. We also discussed about the various types of linked list and how we can represent a linked list. So now let's see how we can insert and delete nodes in a linked list. Here we'll be focusing on a singly linked list. So that means a node will have only a pointer to the next node in the linked list. So when we are inserting nodes in a linked list, we can have three possible cases. Either we can insert node at the beginning, or we can insert node at the end, or we can insert node at a specific index. So if this is a linked list, either we can insert node here, so this is the first case, or we can insert node at the end, so this is the second case, or we can insert node at a specific index. So these three possible cases are there. So we'll discuss each of these cases individually. So let's start with the first case when we have to insert node at the beginning. So we know that a node of a linked list contains of two parts. It has a data field and a pointer to the next node. So when we have to insert node at the beginning, first we need to create a new node of this type list node. So we create a new node of type list node. We assign it a value. So let's say this is the new node that we create. So I'm taking character values, but this data type can be anything. So let's say we have to insert node with value m. So the value of the new node is m, and the new node next will point to head of the linked list. So it could be a possibility that this is the first node of the linked list. If this is the first node, then head will be null. So which means that we have pointed the new node next to null. And then we have made head equal to new node. So head will be our new node, which means this is our head. The other possibility could be that linked list already has some values. So let's say linked list has these fields, and now we have to insert at the beginning. So new node next will point to head. So this new node next will point to head because this was the initial head of the linked list. And in the next step, we'll make the new node as head. Now this will be our head. So the new linked list will be, so this will handle both the cases when the linked list is empty or there are some values already in the linked list. We just have to make the new node as head. Now let's see the second scenario in which we have to insert the node at the end. So this part remains the same, that we have to create a new node. So let's say we want to insert m. So we create a new node with the value m because new node val is data which is m, and new node next is null. So we have made the next of this new node as null. In the next step, we create a variable previous node with the value as head. So previous node is also pointed here. Now we run a while loop till previous node next is not equal to null. So the node next will be null for this last node because the next of this last node is null. So we are iterating this linked list one step at a time. So we come here while previous node next is not equal to null. So we increment the previous node to previous node next. So previous node will now come to A. We again check this while loop. So next is not equal to null. So previous node will now point to B. Now again previous node next is not equal to null. So previous node will now point to D. Now at D, previous node next is equal to null. So this while loop will break, and now previous node next will point to new node. So basically we'll change this pointer from D to M. So now M will be our last node. So from head, we have iterated till the end of the linked list, and we have assigned the pointer of the last node to this new node. So that is how you can insert node at the end of a linked list. Now let's say a third scenario in which we have to insert at some place in between the linked list. So now we have to insert at a specific index. So let's say you want to insert M at index 2. So let's say this is index 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. So we want to insert M here between A and P. So this step is similar. We create a new list node, we assign the value of the new node to data. So we create a new node. So this is head. So we create a variable previous node which is pointed to head. So basically what we want to do here is we want to change the pointer which is pointing to P because we want to insert between A and P. So we want to do something like this, that A will point to M and M will point to P. So we want to basically go to a previous node of this index. So this will be node A, and from A will point to M, and from M we can point to P. So this is basically what we want to do. So how we are doing this is, so we have started previous node which is pointing to head, then we have a for loop. So it starts from I equal to 0 and we go till index minus 1. So we'll go till I is less than 1. So previous node becomes previous node next. So previous node now points to A. Now in the next step, I becomes 1. So this for loop breaks and we come here. So now we want to point new node next equal to previous node next. So previous node is A. So previous node next is P. So we have pointed new node next equal to P. So basically we have joined this link. So this is new node. So new node next points to P. And then we do previous node next points to new node. So previous node is A. So next of A points to M, which is this pointer, now points to M. So basically we have removed this pointer and now our linked list looks like this. So we have inserted M between A and P. So the logic is simple. We just have to go to a previous node where we want to insert and change the pointers so that the new node can come in between this node and the next node. So these are all the cases for the insertion. Now let's have a look at all the cases which are possible for the deletion of a node. So for node deletion also we have three cases. We can either delete from the beginning or from the end or from a specific index. Let's check all these cases one by one. So the first case is we have to delete node from the beginning. So let's say this is our linked list. So head is pointing to the first node which is X and we want to delete this node. So if we delete this node, we have to make the next node as head. So what we're doing is we are creating a variable temp which is pointing to head. Then we move head to the next location. So head now points to A. And then we free the memory which is held by temp. So we free this node and now our head is pointing to A. So the linked list becomes APD and the head is pointed to A. So by this manner we can delete the head of the linked list. Now let's check the scenario in which we want to delete the node from the end of the linked list. So in this case we want to delete the node D and our head is at X. So what we want to do is we want to reach till P and from P we'll point to null and then we can free the memory which is held by D. So how we are doing this is, so we create a variable previous node which is pointed to head initially. Then we create a while loop so as to reach till the second last node. So here we are doing while previous node next is not null. So we check previous node next is pointed to A and next of that is pointed to P. So this is not null, so we move the previous node to A. Here again we check previous node next. So next is P and next is D. So this is not null, so we make previous node as P. Now here we check previous node next. So previous node next is null. So now this while loop terminates, and after that we create a temp variable which is pointed to previous node next. So temp is pointing to node D, and then we do previous node next equal to null. So this is the previous node, so we do previous node next equal to null. So basically we have removed this link, and then we free the memory held by temp. So now the linked list becomes XAP. So we just have to go till the second last node, and then we can point that to null and delete the last node. Now let's check the third scenario in which we want to delete a node from the middle. So we are given a specific index and we want to delete a node from the linked list. So let's say we want to delete node P and our head is at X. So when we want to delete P, what we want to do is we want to point the node A to D, and then we can free this. So how we can achieve this is, first we need to go till A. So for that we create a variable previous node which is pointing to the head of the linked list. So index which we want to delete is 2. So this is index 0, this is 1, this is 2, and this is 3. So what we are doing is we create a for loop which runs till I is less than 1. I is equal to 0, which is less than 1. So previous node becomes previous node next. So previous node now points to A. Now I is 1, so this for loop breaks and we come here, and now temp becomes previous node next. So P is now temp. Then we do previous node next is equal to previous node next. So previous node is A, previous node next is P, and previous node next is D. So what we're doing is we're pointing the previous node A to D. So now we have joined A to D, and then we free the memory which is held by temp. So we delete this node. So our linked list becomes X, A, D, and null. So the logic is that whichever index you want to delete, you need to go to a node before this. So if the index that you want to delete is 10, you need to go to the previous node which will be pointed to the 9th index. So 9th index will be the previous node, and then you have to point the previous node next to the previous node next, and then delete this node. So just go to a location before the node that you want to delete and then change the pointer. So these are the three scenarios for deleting a node from the linked list. So let's have a quick summary. So let's say the head is initially null. So linked list is empty. We insert at the beginning, so the list becomes A. Then we insert at end, so it becomes AB. Then we insert at end, it becomes ABC. We insert at beginning, it becomes DABC. We again insert E at beginning, EDABC. Then we insert at index 2. So at this index we insert F. So it becomes EDFABC. So now let's have a look at the implementation. So in the main function I have the list node head which is pointed to null, and then I've called all these functions: insert beginning, insert at end, insert at beginning. So all these functions are there, and after each function I am printing the contents of the list. Let's see this function, insert at beginning. So in this function I have two parameters, head and the data that I want to insert. I create a new node of type list node. So in this list node constructor I pass it the value that I want to create. So I assign it to the list node and I assign the next to null. So now the new node has the value of data and the next of new node is null. And then I do new node next equal to head, and head becomes new node. So this is how we can insert the node at the beginning. So the head will be pointed to new node. Then let's say we want to insert at the index, specific index. So pass it the head pointer, the index where I want to insert, and the data which I want to insert. So these are some sanity checks, that if index is equal to 0 or the head is equal to null, so which means this is the first node, then I'll call this function insert at beginning. Otherwise I'll create a new node with value data. The previous node will point to head. So at the position which I want to insert, I want to go a node before that. So for that I have this for loop. So the new node next becomes previous node next, and previous node next becomes new node. So by these two lines I've inserted the node at the middle. And now we have the function insert at end. Here also I have the check that if head is null, so that means the linked list is empty, so I call this function insert at beginning. Otherwise I have this while loop in which I go till the end of the linked list, and at the end I point previous node next equal to new node. So by this line I insert the node at the end of the linked list. So these are all the cases for the insertion. Let's see the cases for the deletion. So first case is delete from beginning. So here I have the check that if head is equal to null, there is nothing to delete, so I return. Otherwise I create a reference for the head, I move head to the next node, and I delete the original head node. So here I've freed the memory and I've moved the head to the next node. So that is how we can delete from the beginning. Now let's say we want to delete at a specific index. So I pass the head and the index to this function. Here I check that if head is equal to null or index is less than 0, then there is nothing to delete. If index is equal to 0, which means this is the first node, so I call this function delete from beginning. Otherwise I need to go to a node before the node to be deleted. So I point the previous node to the head and I run a for loop to go till index minus 1. So once I reach the previous node, I save the reference to it and then I move the previous node next to previous node next. So here I have skipped the node that was to be deleted and then I free that node by using delete temp. And the last is delete from end. So here the sanity checks are this: if head is null, so we can simply return. If there is only one node in the list, so then I call this function delete from beginning. Otherwise I go till this second last node and then I keep the pointer to the last node. I point the second last node to null and I delete the last node. And then I have this function print list. So in this print list function I am iterating through the whole list, and at each point I am printing the contents of the node. So this will iterate the whole list and it will print the entire list. So let's see what is the output of this program. So we can see that we insert A, then AB, ABC, D, ABC. So all the contents are printed here. All the source code that I've shown is available in my GitHub repository, link of which is available here and as well as in the description. That was all for this video. If you like my content, please do like, share and subscribe to my channel. It really motivates me to make more such content. Until next time, this is Sandeep Thapar signing off.